Didn't expect to be home till maybe the end of the morning.
Please enjoy this feature presentation of the Crooked River Radio Network. This program is rated for all audiences.
Four guys on sports. Four guys on sports. Four guys on sports starts now.
Yeah, don't it though? Sorry about that.
A little bit quiet there for a minute.
Yeah, that's unusual for me.
Yeah.
Because I just ain't quiet. Well, did you hear that? That was cool.
There you go. I thought we had that 4-second delay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10 second.
10
Yeah,
seconds.
you're kind of missing an invisibility there too, Dad.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
It still says starting
we don't want
soon.
to see you anyway. That's nice.
It says starting soon. How about this one? Is that better?
Not bad.
Tail end now.
All right, look, that's better. Mm-hmm.
There's your beautiful face.
Yeah, I guess. What's going on, guys?
Well, first off, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, yeah. How about them Cowboys? They beat the team that Gordon loves.
Oh yeah,
Actually, Nate loves.
Yeah, Nate loves, yeah.
Who'd they beat?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's a Pittsburgh game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On the last 20 seconds.
that just breaks my heart that
Mhm.
Pittsburgh lost. And you want to know why that breaks my heart?
Yeah,
No,
we want to know.
inquiry minds want to know.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Pittsburgh! Pittsburgh sucks! Pittsburgh sucks! Pittsburgh sucks! Pittsburgh sucks!
Oh God, it felt good to play that.
Yeah. That's the reason why Fanboy isn't on today, man.
Oh, he was afraid of it. He was afraid he was going to get ridiculed. Well, he probably was right. He probably would have been.
Yeah, he talked a bunch of noise, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude.
It takes more than a quarterback. And to be honest about it, we could recap the Browns' latest debacles. And they've completely lost. That quarterback's lost that locker room. That's all there is to it. He walked off the field. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I saw the replay of it. I refused to watch the game because I knew they were going to lose. And I'm not going to watch a loser. There is such a racket going on right now up here with all the local TV channels and that, raising holy hell with even Tony Rizzo, which Rizzo is a good, he has a good narrative on each side of the Browns when they win and when they lose. And he just has been raising holy hell. He got on one part that I saw here a couple of days ago that he says, I'm directing this at Jimmy Haslam. And he says, what in the kind of hell trash are you putting on this TV? What in the hell kind of trash do you expect your fans to watch? And oh man, he went off on him. And it's going to make any difference? Oh yeah, we're going to put Deshaun back in. He's going to be in next week. You know, I blame this thing, and I've blamed this thing, and I'm about to go on a tangent here. I'm sorry. I blame this whole Browns situation on coaching and ownership. There's nothing else. The players are just kind of a, I don't know, collateral damage. The explosion should happen inside that coaching staff. They suck. They absolutely suck. I don't care if Stefanski was coach of the year last year or not. He sure as hell lost it. To put a team on the field that looks like that has three players on it that can't stay on the field for 10 damn plays before they get put out for the flipping year. This is stupid. Come on, Jimmy. Get off your damn wallet and buy us a team. That's what you're here for. But I'm not mad. Nope, not a bit. I'm just disgusted with it, and I will not watch it. And I hope all the other Browns fans around me do the same thing. Once their ratings go in a dump, they're either going to decide they're going to do something, or they're going to take and try to move the team, and then maybe we'll get something decent in here. But Jesus H. Christ, what a mess. I've been a Browns fan since 1964. I've seen this team through some of the best and some of the worst. I've suffered through 2 seasons of 31-1. And you're going to make me watch this trash again? You might as well have that flipping idiot other coach back here. Stefanski's doing the same thing. What a mess. That's my tangent for today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they would actually do something, if you'd get off his damn wallet and try to fix things at least for the year. Look at what they did last year. You know, it's just absolutely amusing to me that one year they're taking and putting all kinds of money out to try to bring players in here and form a decent team to get into the playoffs and that. And then the next year we fall flat on our faces. But it's the same scenario. You have 3 guys that you can just about count out every week. And that's Wills, that's Coughlin, and that's Denzel Ward. They fall on their face. Oh. And now on top of it, you've injured Myles Garrett to the point where he's not going to be anywhere near the player he was last year or the last few years. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to try to bring new talent in here? Maybe, the thing I was thinking about, maybe they're taking and falling on their face so they can get a high draft pick so they can pick up a quarterback. But then again, let's look at it the other way. Are we fixing this? And by fixing, I mean bet fixing? Is this NFL rigged? Give me a break. All right. I want to move on here. I'm not going to sit and talk about this bullshit. Gordon, you look like you got something to say.
They're pretty beat down, man. They are.
I don't think they're beat down. They just ain't trying. When you got coaching that stands on the side of the field, a play happens, another play happens. Yeah.
Well,
what are you going to do with that? Are you actually, by standing there frowning, do you think for 1 second you're inciting those players to play? Give me a break.
I hear what you're saying, but good point, Sean.
how do you know what they're playing like if you're not watching them?
because I've watched a couple of games before and I know where nothing's changed. Nothing's changed on that team in 6 games. They're going to do the same thing this week as they did the last week and the week before that and the week before that. And then you take and watch some of the replays. I do admit I've watched a few of the replays. I watched that thing with Watson. It's 4th and 2, I think it was.
When they had 12 players.
And they had 12 players on the field. And instead of trying to sneak one by the refs, they take and they stopped the play. They called timeout. And Watson just got up and walked off the field. I was like, I give up.
They were trying to avoid a penalty. Not that it did any good, but
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just get tired of. I didn't watch it. You know, like I said, I didn't watch the game. I'm not going to watch it until they start proving that they want to play. And to me right now, this is like the team we had at 31-1. They just don't. They refuse to. They're going to be lucky to win 3 games this year.
well, flip side of that, like I say again,
And I'm going to tell you the other truth of the matter. I think Baltimore is going to come in here and ream them a new asshole. Excuse my French. I think they're going to get reamed both times.
I think Baltimore's going to get them. I think they will.
And I look for Pittsburgh to do the same thing. Well, this will be an easy win for them.
But again, man, that Pittsburgh team is not a good team at all. Baltimore's a better team.
I agree. And I hate to be so down on that, but oh well. If you were up here, you'd understand the whole situation. You'd see the way they're playing. Anyway, so how did Dallas do against Pittsburgh? I think Did they whoop them or did they just?
It could have been, the score could have been a bit much better, but they took and won last 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Statistically, they beat them, you know, but they went down to the 4th quarter, and Dallas, they just, you know.
I think the score would have been much different had it not been for a couple of red zone turnovers.
Yeah, although it being a closer game than it should have been, and watching the game and talking to Fanboy, and he was saying that Nate was saying he didn't feel like Pittsburgh showed up on either side of the ball. Like, au contraire. There was 3 takeaways. Now, one of them was a gift, but that was, he tried to criticize Watt's play. I was like, what game are you watching? Watt had a good game. So I can say that Dallas won, but it's not something to be excited about. Very, very, not even close. They established the run, and which wasn't great numbers. I think they wound up with 110 yards, but it wasn't great numbers. I'm trying to think.
They only had 110 yards on the ground, or
On rushing.
Wow.
That doesn't have, really doesn't have a running
They
back.
really don't. They don't have a very good running game. And I think Dak threw, I don't know, probably pretty close to 40 times.
And sometimes that's the way it goes. What was his
I can find out.
stats as far as passing?
352 yards.
That's a decent afternoon.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's very respectable. But again, they're not going to win very many games that way.
Yeah.
They are going to be the middle of the road Cowboys again this year.
Did you hear that the Jets fired their head coach?
Yeah, Rob Saleh, yeah.
Yeah, Salah's gone.
Right. They had
And
actually, well, from what I heard, they had to actually have security escort them out.
oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
One of those, Rodgers took a beating the other week.
Well, Rodgers is supposed to have been part of that,
Mm-hmm.
although he swore that he wasn't.
Yeah.
You with the Jets, they're one of those teams that kept figuring they could win on field goals,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not really, that ain't anywhere close to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take and be a little bit better than that. Well, the teams that they've played that they've beaten, which was what, 2? They've had one, weren't they 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Those teams that they've won 5 or 6 field goals in a row is not going to win your game. What did they played? What was it? The Giants that they play? Who did they play last week?
They played the Jets. I think it was.
The Jets. Let me find out. Let's see, the Jets. Minnesota.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the Vikings. Yeah.
Vikings are hot right now.
Yeah.
Yep. The let's cover some of the other games through the.
Six.
Hang on a second, I got to do something. Talk amongst yourselves.
It was the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Seattle and San Fran.
Yeah.
I felt like San Fran would win.
And 36.
Yeah.
24.
I guess they had a player that was out, or that wasn't it their quarterback or something that got hurt?
CMC is out.
CRC, who is a?
CMC, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he's out for 40-yarders.
yeah. They're saying he's day to day though.
But they really haven't missed a beat without him now because they got Jordan Mason out as the running back. He's leading the NFL in rushing right now.
Yeah.
By far. Not by far, but not too far ahead of Derrick Henry. Man, Derrick, man. Woo. Last week.
Yeah. Gosh.
209 yards or something.
Man.
Well, any team can do that in football.
Yeah, that was just one player, 209 yards rushing. 87 of them came on one play, though.
Yeah.
Just imagine if Dallas would have won it.
Yeah, that's always back. I didn't even want to go there.
Yeah.
Thinking that.
Dallas wants a younger one coming out. There's a couple of good ones coming out next year. Running back on.
Maybe and I don't know. Maybe.
I think that kid out of Boise State would be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
GT.
Yeah. He's from a local kid.
Yeah.
He's from.
Talk about a running back there. That kid out of Boise State.
Yeah.
95 carries and he's already over 1,000 yards rushing.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a small boy too. I mean, nobody really wanted him either.
Yeah.
But
Well,
man,
Boise State.
Yeah.
All right, who haven't we covered yet? What'd Kansas City do?
Is a mixture of Smith and Sanders.
I knew you would say that. I'm sorry, Pat.
What did Kansas City do this week?
Oh, they won. They hadn't won pretty, but they keep winning.
Damn.
I think we're going to see them back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won 26-13 over New Orleans.
Yeah, it'll probably come down to the usual. Pittsburgh will have to fly into the playoffs backwards, upside down, and fumble the ball when they get there.
Yeah.
And then Baltimore will beat their way into it.
Well, Pittsburgh usually is get right above 500.
Yeah.
They're the Chicago Bulls of the NFL. Just enough to get by. You know.
And what did the Cheeseheads do? The Packers. That was another game I thought was.
They won.
They won.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I thought that would be a good game.
Yeah.
All right, let's. What else are we going to cover here?
Who would have thought though? Washington would be the number one team in the NFC East above Dallas and Philly right now.
Well, you know,
with a rookie quarterback at that.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was out. He should be back next week, right? Or was it he's filed 4 games, I think.
Well, that was back.
He's back.
you know, it used to be in the NFL when you had a team that when you did a rebuild, you could pretty much bet that the first 2 years of that rebuild was probably going to be the best. And it was because your coaching was coming up with the ultimate plays, you know. They would take and put different schemes in that were not known in the NFL, or by the play of a particular player wasn't known until they had him on film.
Mm-hmm.
And even sometimes when they didn't get him on film, or when they had him on film, they didn't catch what the player was doing. That's my kind of football. I love that kind of football because your underdog's always going to win. You know, as long as you can come up with that ultimate play, you're going to kick ass. But
I'm looking at the conferences, and the NFC is so much stronger than the AFC this year. Yeah, in the AFC, you only have like 6 teams above 500.
really, that's
yeah. Once you hit basically the Jets on down, it's like 2 and 3 and below. 2 and 3, 1 and 4.
what Cincinnati won this week, didn't they? Or this last week? They pretty much had to.
They lost to the Ravens.
Oh, they lost to the Aaron. Okay, that's right. That'll be they're the only ones that Cleveland might be able to beat.
You know, they've already beaten Jacksonville, which is another team that's worse.
I don't know how much. I saw Jacksonville got their first win too.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to pull that one out.
Yeah. It's like that old saying, even a blind squirrel. But this gets a little difficult for me to believe.
And we got a good game coming up today in terms of college.
Yep.
A couple of them, actually. Red River rivalry down here
Yep.
with Oklahoma going against Texas.
Yep. Red River Shootout.
What about the who's Ohio State play?
And then Ohio State goes up to Oregon and plays.
That should be a good
That
game.
should be
That ought to be a good game.
number 2 versus number 3.
That should be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably come down to the
Got a
wire.
lot of good games today in college. It's going to shake up college rankings.
If I didn't have so much to do, I'd probably watch them.
Yeah.
At this point, I got too much I got to get done.
Game's on tonight, so.
Yeah, I'm buttoning up an antenna
Mm-hmm.
that I started over a week ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we're now just. I've got it up and on the air,
Yeah.
but now I got to go do the finishing touches to it. Now that it's all done,
Mhm.
we'll get there, and then. But I was hoping to be. Of course, if it's raining, that's going to be a different story. I don't know what it's supposed to even do today. I haven't looked weather-wise. I know it's gotten a lot colder here than it's been recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to become your normal fall. Your temperatures on about mid-60s to 70.
Yeah.
Just nice, just nice. Anyway, I'll tell you what, why don't we, since we started late, why don't we just go ahead and start the picks and that, and then we can, if we need to, we can wrap early.
Okay. So I think Gordon.
Yeah. I got a haircut today. Haircut appointment.
Yeah, did you notice my hair got short all of a sudden too,
Yeah.
and we had to take and bite the bullet about a week ago, and I had to go get it all shortened up, and I look like a businessman, is what somebody told me.
Mm. Oh my
What
God.
a crock.
Business.
What kind of business is that? Huh?
Monkey business.
Yeah.
You never know what I can get into.
All right. We got the picks up and ready.
How'd we do last week?
Like I said, 9 apiece for you, me, and Gordon, and 8 for Nate.
Yeah. 3-way tie.
And that was Nate's at number 8 because he bet for the Browns?
He bet for the Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. And Pittsburgh line. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's proceed.
Okay. First game, Jacksonville at Chicago.
Boy, that's a pick.
Chicago is playing pretty good.
Yeah. I would take Chicago. I'm taking Chicago.
I'm going Chicago.
Yeah, that Jacksonville might be the one to surprise Chicago. But now that they've got one win, Trevor Lawrence is probably hungry. But is that enough to make me think that Chicago will get beat by them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to Chicago.
Okay.
I just don't see them not pulling that out.
Okay. Next game, Arizona versus Green Bay.
Taking Green Bay.
What the hell happened to Arizona?
I don't know.
They were good last year, and
Yeah.
they weren't great, but they were good. And all of a sudden, they're not doing so well.
Let me see what their record is right now. 2-3 this year.
Well, that's not really. All right, I'm gonna take Green
I'm
Bay.
taking Bay.
I'll take Green Bay.
All right, next game, Indianapolis at Tennessee.
The Colts of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Tennessee.
I don't know.
That's kind of a toss up.
I'm going,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Gordon.
I'm
That's-
going in. But,
I think I'll take Indy. I'll
okay.
probably be sorry about that, but I'll take them anyway.
Houston and New England.
Houston's gonna ream them a new.
Well, Houston's missing their number one receiver, but they're
Yeah, but they still got CJ,
yeah.
and I'll take CJ any day of the week over what
Okay.
what
I got Houston too.
Yeah, I think that's unanimous. across the board.
New England has.
Okay. Next game, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. That should be a good game.
Yeah.
Baker against New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay because New Orleans is going to be starting a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
But there again, that might surprise you because they don't know how he plays.
But I'm going Tampa.
I think it's the element of surprise there. That's actually a pretty tough pick, being that if New Orleans is going to, what's his quarterback? What was he like in college and that?
He was halfway decent. Spencer Rattler is his name.
I've heard that name. Oh, give me Tampa Bay. Baker could probably. He's gonna fumble his way into a win.
Cleveland and Philly.
Philly.
Who you got for it? Cleveland and Philly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you said Cleveland or Philly?
You know, Cleveland at Philly.
Cleveland at Philly, man. I'm taking dysfunctional Philly, man.
Are they both dysfunctional?
Yeah.
Yeah. Philly's got a lot of talent, and that team there.
I'm going Cleveland on that one just because Philly's playing just as bad, if not worse.
You know, and I don't understand it. I think he turns the ball over a lot.
All right. Washington at Baltimore.
Oh, God.
That should be a good game.
Should be.
Lamar versus a young Lamar.
Who's playing for, who's the quarterback for Washington?
A kid named Jaden Daniels.
You know what? And he's played well, but the teams they've beaten, I'm not that impressed with. So I'm taking Baltimore. I mean, yeah.
This is difficult.
I know Nate was talking about him and everything, but
And he was until he played against the Browns, he was on record pace. So in terms of completion percentage, 80% for a rookie. That's really darn good. Though.
yeah.
I'm just for shits and giggles, I think I'm gonna take Washington.
Okay.
I think that's Baltimore is one of the luckiest teams in flipping football. We all know that.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, I'm gonna take Washington. Just
I think I'm going to take
It'll be
Washington just because of the fact it's the element of surprise.
all right. And Chargers at Denver.
I'm taking the Broncos, man.
I think I'm taking Denver too. I was thinking.
I'm taking the Chargers. All right. Pittsburgh at Vegas.
I'll take. Oh God. You know, I have to fall back to my East Coast, West Coast, and that West Coast offense is probably going to be hard for Pittsburgh to deal with. I'll take Vegas. What do you think, Gordon?
What the heck? I'll take Vegas. I won't go outside the box on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Vegas because they always play Pittsburgh tough. Anyways, if I remember right. All right, Detroit at Dallas.
Dallas has an axe to grind with, or Detroit has an axe to grind with Dallas after last year. And come on, the coach lost that game for Detroit. He lost that game for him. But Detroit, they haven't been playing as well as I expected.
Yeah. I'm going Dallas.
Yeah, they're playing in Dallas, so I think I'm going to take Dallas.
Give me Dallas.
Okay, next game, Atlanta at Carolina.
Neither one of those teams is worth a damn anyway.
Yeah, Atlanta
should be better than.
Oh yeah, they're 3-2. They're tied for first.
But I'm gonna take Atlanta.
Yeah, I was just thinking the Carolina really ain't done. And then on top of that, you got to throw in what's been happening in North Carolina and all that. I'm going to take, I'll take, what was it, Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Atlanta.
All right, next game is Sunday night game is Cincinnati at the Giants.
Cincinnati better win that. If they're gonna take any and have any shot at a playoff, they better win that game.
I'm going to the Giants.
The Giants really ain't that good though.
They're not. But I'm taking the Giants.
Gordon, what am I gonna do with you? I sit here and try to talk sense into you.
Hey. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see Sunday night.
Yep.
All right, Monday night game is Buffalo at the Jets.
Buffalo
better. Buffalo's probably going to blow their doors. Of course, then again, they got Aaron Rodgers and a new coach, or an interim coach, as they put it. So I think still Buffalo's going to beat them.
And that's Thursday.
Thursday night game is Denver at New Orleans.
Being that they both came off relatively difficult games for each side from Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's the safe one, I guess, if they're playing.
Who's the safe one?
The New Orleans.
Battle of the rookies.
That rookie.
Yeah, I'll take New Orleans there.
Okay. That's the end of the picks then.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, we can recap a couple of the quick changes. Oh, the one I wanted to talk about, and this is in baseball. And my Guardians tribe's doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And although they They play tonight, right?
Yeah, I play this afternoon.
Or this afternoon, yeah. My Tribe's doing all right. But did you
They gotta win
see...
today.
What's that, Sean?
They got to win today to move on. So.
Did you see that Mr. Francone went to Cincinnati and took the head coaching job? Tito, what the hell got into you? Come on, man. You give up the best team in in baseball to go coach what ought to be a minor league team with the Reds.
He was they were 80 and 82 last year with him, so and then they make the playoffs with a block vote or whatever it was.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know, man. Oh, I want to retire. My health is getting bad. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Whine. And then he flipping a year later goes and takes a job with another team.
Mm-hmm.
You said you was retired, man. What the heck? You think you're a Mike Hargrove or what? You're going to play to your 90? You're going to coach till you're 90? Oh, listen to me. You'd think I was some sports expert or something.
Well, when it comes to the Browns, you are definitely a fan. A disgruntled one, but still a fan.
You know, it's like I've been going through this to this physical therapist. I went there yesterday. And her and I were talking about the Browns. I told her, I said, I've watched that team since '64. And I said, I've been through some of the highest and low points that I've ever seen with them. And I said, I'm at the point now, and I said, a lot of the fans are like that. I said, they're seeing what's being put on the field, and you're just disgusted with it. That's all there is to it. You're disgusted with what's being put out there. You know they're not going to win. They're they're going to be lucky to even make a playoff. I don't see that happening. They're going to be lucky to win 3 games.
They won't win the playoffs.
And they're not going to make the playoffs that way. Yet we keep going, it's the definition of crazy. Oh, and by the way, the 18th is they're going to make the decision by the 18th of this month what they're going to do for the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to field a team like this, why in the hell bother moving? I mean, really, you're going to take and then 2 or 3 more years when you really do have to move. Do you think you're going to take and it's going to make any difference if you're there or not? You're not going to get any fans there because the fans will quit going. But I digress again. I think it's like I said, I've been a fan since 1964. And I've seen, like I said, I've lived through 1-31 with this team. 31 games in a row they lost. And how do you take and apologize for something like that when it happened, 3-4 years ago? How do you apologize for that? How do you make that better? You start winning. And they're not winning. They're not. That Deshaun Watson's lost that locker room. I think Stefanski's lost them. When you got coaching that just stands there with their arms crossed, like they've got their hands tied or something. That's just not it. I think what they're going to need to do is just they need to blow that whole management team out of there. And where I liked Andrew Barry, I still like him. I think he's a hell of a guy. I just don't think that right now he's doing right for the team. And that will be it for me. And yeah, I'm a fan. I always have been a fan, always will be. But do I like what I see? And will I watch will I watch them like that? I got better things to do than watch a loser. I'm sure you guys down there in Dallas are the same way.
Yeah, it's middle of the road Cowboys.
Well, at least you guys have got some hope. This up here, you've got a team that's dysfunctional, and it keeps getting that way. It'd be good for a couple of years, then it gets dysfunctional again, and it's good for another couple of years, then we go through dysfunction. And what else can you say? You know, I'm almost ready to start watching. It won't be Pittsburgh. I'll tell you that right now, and it won't be Baltimore.
Why is that?
You're egging me on, Gordon.
You said it won't be. I just
why is it? You know the reason.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Pittsburgh! Pittsburgh sucks! Pittsburgh sucks! Pittsburgh sucks! Pittsburgh sucks!
And that does feel better. Anyway, I guess we can wrap this if you guys want to. It's about 12:30.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then Dale texted me last week too. He's like, I apologize in advance for what you're about to receive, and I was like, and then like I was gonna mess with him. What receipt?
Well, what are you talking about?
The game, Dallas versus Pittsburgh. He was trying to mess with me about the Cowboys.
Dale Piles texted you?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. He tried to fire me up Monday night too.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a pretty good job of it at points. Yeah. But that boy has a tendency to talk, and not listen to a word you're saying.
Yeah.
And he picks out certain words, and he'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that show is gonna be different next week, or the next time we do it. I got ideas. He thinks he's gonna take and pull all this fact checking on me. We're gonna start fact checking him. And I've already got a couple of topics in mind for him. Vladimir Putin getting COVID tests from Donald Trump is probably going to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the argument side of that, is that good that that leader was so into? Tune in and see. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
Anyway, let's wrap this thing up here. We only got about 50 minutes in the can, but that's fine. We will see everybody in another week. Wait, what is next week? Is I think next week we're not going to be here.
Okay.
Because I've got an event for the club I got to do, so we'll be back in 2 weeks, if that works for everybody.
Works for me.
Mm-hmm.
The only other way we could do that is I'd have to come in. We'd have to get on at 10 instead of 11. So let's just call it for next week. Please let Nate know.
Okay.
And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Coming up next on on this podcasting network is radioactive tomorrow night. We will be in and about the usual times, and I don't really know what topics we're going to cover yet. I got to dig them up. So that will be tomorrow night. Monday night, we got the Nanosecond podcast. Not sure what he's got planned either, but it will be something usually pretty good. And then again, in 2 weeks, we'll be back with a show. Until then, you all have a good, blessed week. Thanks for tuning in and listening. I got to find the right outro here. And we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, all right. Say
Bye, y'all. Peace. 7:30.
Peace and chicken grease.
7:30, y'all. Later. I said later.
I'm here. I gotta run. All right, bro. Yeah. What the hell?
This has been a Crooked River Media production.